364.5-day-a-year position on business. I truly believe that the area south of town would be a better location for it, because it also ties into the Mendocino Solid Waste Authority situation, which might eventually be almost right across the street from possible locations that this could have down there. One of my colleagues stated he can see which way the vote's going. Nobody can second guess me. I'm going to be voting against this motion, not for the fact that I don't believe we need this facility. I just think that, again, this piece of property is not the appropriate place for it. And so unless there's some modifications, et cetera, I'm going to be voting against it. I'll just leave it at that. Supervisor Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Along the lines of what Supervisor Colfax stated, I also voted against the permanent asphalt plant because I did think that that was far too intensive for a neighborhood that's basically grown up around this industrial zone. But I think that this project is probably about as good as it's going to get for that zoning, and I think it's a good compromise, and I think it's something that as Supervisor Colfax said, we can hold Mr. McCracken accountable to, in terms of the standards of how it operates. I think we also have our solid waste folks here. We've got obviously transportation and planning and building. So we have all of the, and in County Council's office, we have all of the appropriate oversight departments engaged, and I think that they will be paying attention, and the public will certainly ensure that they are. So I think in terms of the use of what is something that's currently industrially zoned, is probably about as good as it's going to get, with the mitigations that are delineated here, and also an item that was talked about but not in much detail is that it is the co-location with the wood recovery site. So we have some aspects of co-location, and there may be a better site or the best site in the county for such a facility, but that may or may not be feasible. It may or may not occur. So those are a few other additional comments in my support of the motion.
Thank you, Supervisor. Supervisor Colfax.
Mr. Chairman, I apologize for appearing to second guess you. I guess I just see a tradition of votes here as you go into the end of your fourth year here. What I would suggest here is that if we were in fact in a position to be able to be talking about rezoning this, I think I could even better second guess you than I am in this particular instance. If there were a possibility of rezoning, I can guarantee you I would be in support of it. I would not, from this board, fully constituted, get support for this, and I know it. So I think that's really not the issue here. And again, I'm not trying to second guess you. I was just feeling the follow-up here, and it suddenly shifted when I said I'll go 3. Number 4 may have jumped off the vote at that time.
Thank you, Supervisor. Any additional comments before we call for the vote? Okay, seeing none, let's go to our fabled button vote here and place their votes now. Okay, the item is approved and the appeal is denied. That concludes this item.
And for the record, the vote is 3-1 with Supervisor Wattenberger dissenting.
And Supervisor Delbar absent. Okay, let's take a 10-minute break and we'll conclude today's activities.